Well, hi everybody. How are you guys? I just thought I would check real quick, see if anybody else sent any art in the last few minutes. I tell you, I don't know about anybody else, but I've been watching the Grammys. I'll tell you why I have been watching the Grammys. I have a completely crazy reason. Let's get see if any. I got that one. I got that one. I got that one. I got them all. I think I got them all. Yay. Phew. So, hi everybody. How are you? If you haven't been watching the Grammys, they are phenomenal. But I've been watching the Grammys because my friend Valerie is a backup singer. She was a backup singer for Stevie Wonder and Smokey Robinson. She was like the middle backup girl in there. And she's also, I think she's going to be backup for John Legend and maybe something else. She just got off a world tour with Diana Ross. Oh my God. I talked to her a week ago Saturday and on our class on Saturday. And she's just hilariously fun. But it's so fun to see her. I was like, oh my God, that's Valerie. So anybody, welcome. Yeah, I'm on music. I love the Grammys. I love what they do for everybody. And let's check my sound levels. It looks like things are coming through fine. Got the right microphone going on here. I think what happened when I had low sound the other day, I had the wrong, might have had something selected wrong, but I checked my checklist this time. Yep. And so we have Linda's here, and Susan is here, and Tamra, yay, and Kelly's here. Hi, Kelly. Feral Art. Madonna's here, yay. Let's see. We're going along. We got everybody. Hi, everyone. Saying hi back and forth to everybody. Not new glasses, just glasses I dug out. I had them before. My pink rim ones are getting kind of scratched, and I need to order new ones. These are still the same prescription. The only thing is they're a little tight. Like, I need to stretch them. But I went to the photographer's party last night at Art Wolf's house, and so I had a green sweater on, so I decided to wear the green glasses to do the whole green. I was coordinating. I was, trying to be somewhat pulled together. Not here sitting in my studio where I can kind of like... do you know Gail's mother is doing? Yes, I do know how Gail's mom is doing. Let me just pull up that email. I was going to share that with you guys. Gail, she sent me an email. She said, here it is. Thanks so much for your sweet note. I'm sorry it's taken me so long to answer me. Seriously, her mom's been sick. It's been a long days at the hospital. They won't let us stay at night, so we set up my mom's phone so she only has to hit a button to call her. Gail's not sleeping herself. So they did another scan to see how the bleed is doing, but we don't know the results yet. Physical therapy has been working with her. Literally nothing in her right arm, but some improvement with some movement in her right leg. She's perfectly lucid and content, which is good. Super, super blessing there. She's a little hard to understand, but she's pretty good with that. They discovered that she's in atrial fibrillation, so it likely caused the stroke. They can't give her meds for that because they use blood thinners and she already has the bleed going on. So they're continuing to watch her. Physical therapy is recommending inpatient rehab when they can get her other medical issues resolved. So they have a very close family so that they're making sure that someone is with her, except they won't let us stay at night. She says, I feel all the love coming from you and my precious group of friends. Yeah. And I appreciate it so much. I'm so lucky to have you all. Please share with them if you will. Tell them all I love them and I'm sending hugs. That's our Gail. That's our Gail. Yeah. So that's what's going on. So that's how she's doing. Thanks for asking and reminding me. Yeah, it's not a clot. It's a bleed. So there's Larry. Yes. And it's going to take a little bit, but I think that they've got a good support down there. I'm going to Phoenix next week. Or no, this week. I leave Wednesday. I'm still going to try to do the show Thursday night from the grandkids' house, and it probably will be, kind of funny and not as together, but I'll still come on for a story, and I'll be down with Layla and Lachlan. And then I'll let you know on Thursday whether or not I can do Sunday next week. Well, it's just Annalene and Philip, I don't know when time they're coming back from their trip. But so I'm down there for a whole week. Bob and I are both going down. And while I'm down there and while the kids are at school, I'm hoping to connect with Gail. She's in Tucson. At least we can connect by phone, see how she's doing. I'll let everybody knows. So, yeah. It's there. Yep, okay. Okay, you guys. So, like I said, show and tell. I mean, the Grammys are amazing. Watching Valerie sing back up to, I thought it was pretty spectacular. She's just this really cool, kind of humble, amazing, sweet, and she's in my group that does live streams and went through the whole live stream, and she's terrified of going. Half the time doing live streams time. She's gotten better. She has this great kind of cartoon persona that she does and does these things on when she does a live stream, so she doesn't necessarily show herself, but she'll live stream in eCam. But she literally is, world tour with Diana Ross, backup singer. She has sung backup for all these people on records, on albums, everything like that. And she's tonight at the Grammys singing backup to Stevie Wonder and Smokey Robinson. And then when I talked to her, when she was telling us that they had been practicing and that they had to go back in for more practice because John Legend had heard them and he wanted them her group to back up with him too. She's like, what? So Bob's, it's been on live. I know it'll be repeated in the Northwest here again later, but he's taping it so I can go watch the rest of it later. Yeah. Hey, Lupe. Lupe's here. Lupe, I tell you, girl, I had not seen that video that you tagged me in about Without You, and I lost it, girl. That was beautiful, and thank you, and it was so wonderful. I played it for a bunch of my friends, and I just, your work is just so amazing, and the fact that you do that all the time, it's so great. Yay. So, yep, Julia's here. Hey, is Julia? Did I see Julia? Maybe not. I thought I did. Okay, but here we go. We have what's coming up next is it's Sunday night. It's Sunday FUN-nies. It's show and tell night. And let's get rocking and rolling with some of this fun. And come on. What's going on? So we get to start off with Angie's. Larry sent me this. Remember when I did the book Escargot? Larry sent me this. This is Angie's snail. Let me put there it is. Move that over there in the corner here. I can always move it around. I'm moving my comments too so that I can read them someplace. Yep, Tamara. She writes the most amazing notes on the back of her pieces. Yeah. Lupe is it's just really amazing. And I tell you, this group of people, you guys all, I don't know how I got so lucky to have you come into my life, but it is just something I cherish because I honestly can say I feel a true friendship with so many of you in this group and so connected with you, and you're all so important to me, and you just make my life fuller, and it's an honor to be here with you and to see these pictures too. So we got the escargot, we got the slug, the snail going. This not the slug, the snail from Angie as one of her first pictures, and then I'm doing this in alphabetical order. Oh, fiddle. So if it goes in alphabetical order, then that means that of who's showing, then that means that the next one is going to be me. Yikes. So I have to get my program window up so I can make sure that this shows right. And you guys see what I want you to see. Okay. So let me expand this to here and go to here. All right. So Angie did her snail for us. Thank you. I think it's wonderful. Next is up me, and I told you I would show you the photos that I took to the photographer's party. We had to bring 6 of them. So let's go to this scene, and let me go to full screen for you here. Oops. Come on. There we go. Okay. So this first one is in Yellowstone, 2 weeks before the floods last year. It's from the just above the back pasture at the Lamar Buffalo Ranch at the research station held by Yellowstone Forever out in the Lamar Valley. And it's looking toward the Beartooths, east toward the Beartooth. And that's the Lamar River that's meandering through there. And it was just sunrise. It was beautiful sunrise. So that's that one. And this is Greeting the Dawn. This was in Mala Mala in South Africa. One morning we were out, and this was the mother and her son. The mother is sitting down. The son is impatiently waiting. He was pretty funny. Yeah, he just, oops. Keeps flipping back on those because I want those comments up. I want to see your comments. There. Huh, there we go. Oh, come on. Why is this doing that to me? There we go. There. Oops. Whoa, too big. He just was waiting and waiting and waiting for his mom to get going, but they'd been playing and they'd been kind of cruising along. We followed them for a good hour and a half. And that fog that you see down below, it was a really kind of chilly morning. So that is coming up, the fog, and is rising up off the Sand River, and we'll end up down there with them. We follow them all the way down through the bush in onto the Sand River. It was pretty cool. Come on. And this one is, I call it Tolerant Mom. She was, well, let's see. She was just a little bit almost fed up. If you can't count, there's one walking toward her. They all, but there were 3 or 4 females, and then these 5 cubs, and there's one walking toward her, the one walking away from her, the one nuzzling trying to nurse, you can see. Then there's another one in the back you can see underneath her, but if you count tails, then there's another one there too. That's trying to get in between the one that's walking away and the one that's nuzzling. There's another one there too. She had 5 little rambunctious cubs, and they were just hilarious. They were just hilarious. It was fun. So that's one of my favorites of them. This is a infrared of a rock pine. So these trees grow through the rocks and out and around, and they attach themselves to it. Their root systems, they grab onto any little bit of water they can, and they really just, it's amazing what they do and how they anchor themselves to these rocks. The rocks were just, it reminded me a lot of Eastern Washington where I grew up, in a very deserty kind of area, but that was pretty spectacular with the infrared. I like that. Yeah, the mom's face. Don't you know how that mom's lion's face, had been there, done that? This is my guy. I think I might have shown you this before. Yeah. Oh, Lupe, that's a really good analogy of that rock pine. Looks like a dancer with an afro. The rock pine, yeah, it's very different than the Carmel or Monterey along the coastline. Very different kind of tree than what they had there. They were a much softer kind of bark than what I have down in Monterey or California. This was the guy. This was taken. It was almost completely dark. The lighting is from, there was another safari jeep in front and to the side of us, and the driver had a spotlight, and you see the light that's coming from the lower right corner. She was bouncing it off the area below the termite mound that he was on, so it bounced up and into him. And our driver had, I think he might have had another one on him too, but he'd been sitting there for a while. So this was another infrared shot. This was taken at 10,000 ISO, and and so it's kind of grainy. But it looks more like film. But that's what, infrared at night. That's what he does look tired. He was looking for his brother. I have a video of him walking off of this, vocalizing the whole way. But this is the guy that walked right next to my Jeep. I mean, right next to the Jeep, and the driver had to tell me, our guide had to say, "Gretchen, keep your hands in. Do not." Oh, why is my phone? I put my phone on do not disturb. No. Oh, because and it was on. Sorry about that, you guys. And he literally was. If I had leaned my knee out, it would have rubbed against him. Yeah, it was just amazing. I could have easily touched him, but yeah, it was the end of a long day. He'd probably been up from a nap for about an hour, and he needed to go back to. He was looking for his brothers. They were going to go hunting, I think, at night. It's some of it's scars. Some of it is just the way the dirt is, and it was a very dry year, and then they'll get in the mud but yeah, they are not pristine animals by any mean whatsoever. They're quite grungy. Yeah, it's like he posed for me. I was just amazed. And then this last one, I call it Garage Door Jungle. And this is in Oaxaca. It was on a door, literally a garage door, and we were doing abstracts. And I call it Garage Door Jungle because I just see a whole bunch of animals in it. It's my abstract work, and liked that one, so that was one of the other pieces that I brought. Yeah. So I don't know if you can find the fox, or I think it's a fox. I think there's a fox up here in the upper right-hand corner. Oh, you can't see my mouse. In the upper right-hand corner, it kind of looks like a fox head. Art said he saw a toucan here in the middle. I saw a gecko. Then there's kind of a raven. Bob saw a gorilla on the left-hand side. This upper left-hand side is the fox. Then there was something else. Somebody saw someplace else. There was little animals all around. There was a whale tail down toward the bottom. All kinds of. So I call it my garage door jungle. Yeah. Anyway, that's that for that. Now let's go to the next person. And that is Larry. And Larry has your friend and neighbor. I think he did a self-portrait for us. Another one of his watercolors. Isn't that cool? No, Tamara, I don't think that was blood on his nose. That was just, he hadn't been fighting. He'd just been, it was just dirt and snot and stuff on there. Camel with his tongue sticking out. Oh my gosh, I see an elephant. And a duckling, an alligator in the middle. Wow. Hello, friend is... Yes, Larry, this is you, friend and neighbor. Isn't that awesome? I love this. Just love it. And then he had... Oops, why do I have another one? Maybe he didn't have another one. Oh, I know why. This is Linda sent in her snail. Look at this. She did a 3D snail out of clay and all kinds of stuff. Linda, you'll have to tell everybody what you did it in. It's just too cute. I love how it's on a board with its own slime trail, and the expression on its face, just too darling. Too darling. So cute. Let's see. Then Linda has, is there another one from Linda? Nope. Then here we go. Susan, SJ Pouring Color. Susan has this one called The Accidental Dragonfly. She said this was one of her favorites. And Susan, you said in your email you didn't know what kind of art I was looking for. I'm looking for whatever you guys are doing. It's not about what I want. It's about what you want to show. You know, it's about what you've been doing and what your inspiration and creativity is. That's all about it. So there's that one. And then this is another couple of Susans that she sent in. I didn't think these had names on them. I don't think so. I really like that one with the purple, the way they, and this, I like, they both sing. Beautiful. Okay, and since I'm going in alphabetical order then, that means Tamara's next. Yeah, aren't they beautiful? So awesome. You do like color. SJ's Pouring Color. They're beautiful. So Tamara's been busy, and it's just, Tamara, you can never send too many things in. Never. So this is a card, which I put a little arrow, made to accompany a piece, which is the small one below that she did for Julia, that Julia had wanted. So this was the card that went with it. Seriously? That's too amazing. Next we have another one of Tamara's. Her snail. She said, I had a go at doing a small snail. I thought I would try paper collage only, but I was not satisfied with it. That's the one on the left. I had a lot of glue marks on it, so in the end result, it is such busy looking piece. I used some paint and watercolor pencils to cover up and cover up and finish it off. I sent 2 of the snails in space, the work progress and the finished piece. So the one on the left is the work in progress and the one on the right is the finished piece. Aren't those cute? A galactic snail, exactly. A galactic snail. How wonderful is that? Yay. Let's see, Tamara next. She says, also sent one of my first collage pieces that I did at Experimental Art in 2001, inspired by Marcel Duchamp and Henri Matisse. This is a collage on a small canvas, only 4 inches by 3 inches, and it's called Inspirations. That's beautiful. 2001? Wow. Next, Tamara had these. She was doing cards and bookmarks. So these are 2, I think, of the cards that she had. She sent in. Oh. Wow. I mean, to get that kind of imagination on paper, wow. And then these 2 were also cards and bookmarks. This one long bookmark there, oh my gosh, that sings to me. That's just beautiful, Tamara. So, so pretty. So pretty. And that's it. That is it for the show and tell on the pictures that I had. And I know, thought-provoking, wow. I know, it's always so much fun. So Kelly and Madonna, send something in. It goes to imagesbygretchen@icloud.com. That's and put live art in the subject line. I show your work on Sundays. Should be able to do it next Sunday too, even if I'm down in Phoenix. I've been able to live stream from there before. Hasn't been a problem. I just always have to get the time zone is my issue, remembering same time for everybody. Just, yeah. Anyway, so next up, it's story time. First off, How Much is a Little Girl Worth is a book that Julia sent me, and I wanted to read it first up. So let's see how I'm doing on. It's by Rachel Denhollander, and if you know who Rachel is, and it's illustrated by Morgan Huff. Rachel Denhollander is an attorney, advocate, and educator who became internationally known as the first woman to speak publicly after filing a police report against the USA Gymnastics team Dr. Larry Nassar, one of the most prolific sexual abusers in recorded history. So she did a biography of herself, but this is a book that she wrote as a picture book, and I thought it was pretty beautiful, and it was wonderful that Julia sent it to me. I'm going to expand a little bit more. See? Yay. There. How much? Come on. Focus. Don't get mad. There we go. By Rachel Denhollander. How much are you worth, precious girl? How much is a little girl worth? More than the sun and the moon and the sky, more than the shimmering sea. All of the beautiful treasures of earth you are worth more than all that to me. Let me just do something here. Yay. You're beautiful, worthy, and you should be loved because of all that you are. Different from anything else in the world, you are precious beyond all the stars. That is not focused. So Sorry, you guys. I don't know why it's doing that. Huh. Try something here. Well, we'll deal. You bear God's image, mind, body, and soul, lovingly made to the perfect and whole. You are worth fighting for, raising my voice, worth every sacrifice, every hard choice. Worth changing laws, worth all the fight, worth whatever it takes to do right. Worth more than money or trophies or time, worth more than power or protecting a name. Worth speaking loudly to shout what is true, worth whispering softly how much I love you. Worth running this race fast, hard, and strong, worth dancing slowly to your favorite song. Worth fighting for justice, worth standing alone, worth whatever it takes for your worth to be shown. How much are you worth, precious girl? How much is a little girl worth? More than the sun and the moon and the sky, more than the shimmering sea. You, all of the beautiful treasures of earth, you are worth more than all that to me. Your value is found not in what you can do or the things you accomplish or win. It is found in how you were made, precious girl, created and cherished by Him. Your worth cannot fade. It will not go away. It is not changed a bit by what happens today. No one and nothing can make you worth less. Just what is your value? You don't have to guess. No one has power to change what God's done, and He says you're worth everything, even His Son. Worth all the pain, worth great sacrifice, worth leaving heaven, worth giving His life. How much are you worth, precious girl? How much is a little girl worth? Worth so much more than all my words could say. No one and nothing can take that away. And she says, to my precious daughters, Annalise, Eliana, and Alora, may you always know your true value and rest on how deeply you are loved. And to my parents who sacrificed love and patient nurturing first showed me how much a little girl is worth. In loving memory of Aunt Joan, whose childlike faith, gentle love, and delight in everything beautiful and good taught me to find joy and hope in the world around me. Thank you, Julia. Oh my gosh, that is so wonderful. It's such a beautiful book. Such a beautiful book. So, let's catch up with what everybody's saying here. Oh, wow. Imagination galore, yeah. You sent one that Anthony did? Oh, just now? Larry said he sent one that Anthony did. Oh, here, yes. Okay, let me go back. Let's go back here and catch that. I'll go back up to, it'll say Larry, but it's not going to be Larry. It's got a blank one there, and I'm going to pull it in. And come on. Oh, come on. Spinning wheel. You guys can maybe see my spinning wheel. There it is. Okay. There it is. So Larry said that this is one that live art from Anthony. Got it. Oh, I got it straight this time. Yeah. Cool. Look at that. Do you know what kind of are we doing those? What kind of medium he used, Larry? Is it acrylic or gouache or watercolor combined? It's really what. Of course, Anthony does grayscale painting, right? That's grayscale, right? Right? God. Right. That's his Anthony is grayscale art, right? Acrylics. Yeah. He painted a rose this morning at like 3 in the morning. Anthony. Lupe, you were what were you doing at 3 in the morning? Wow. That is very cool. Thanks, Larry, for letting me catching that in the comments so that I could pull it in. Yay. So I love what, so SJ Color says, Susan says, this is up my alley. I love Western, Southwestern themed art. Yeah, grayscale painting. Yeah, Madonna, thank you. Grayscale painting. I'll have to, I usually put the thing on it, but nice. Thank you for sharing that. That's awesome. Okay, I'm going to go back down to where I was, down here, and get to there. Okay, so next is a book called The Catawampus Cat. And I was going to do another one, but I think I'm going to save that one just because, well, we'll see. We'll see how we're doing on time. We're doing pretty good. So this one is by a guy named Jason Carter Eaton. And it just cracked me up. I have to read this to you rather than show you the website. I just want to read this. So Jason Carter Eaton was born at a 44-degree angle and has only gotten more diagonal with age. He now leans so far over that he's nearly upside down. While attempting to write his life story, he accidentally composed several children's books, including Great Now We've Got Barbarians, How to Train a Train, How to Track a Truck, and his middle grade novel, The Fact Tracker. He also wrote the story for the film Ice Age, Dawn of the Dinosaurs. Jason lives in a very off-kilter house in Tarrytown, New York, and his way sideways wife, 2 tilting children, a diagonal dog, and of course, a catawampus cat. Catawampus has always been one of my favorite words. And Gus Gordon, who is the illustrator of this, cannot think of a time when he stood in a perfectly upright position. He walks with such perilous lean that most people think that he's about to topple over, so this book seems quite normal to him. Admittedly, he is tired of walking in circles and continually grazing his ears on the sidewalk. Gus is the author and illustrator of more than 80 children's books. His most recent picture book, Herman and Rosie, has won many awards and has been sold in 12 countries. Gus lives in Australia in his leaning house with his wife, 3 kids, and a skewiff cat named Pippin. And you can find him at gusgordon.com. This is a fun book too, and I'm going to pull it up, and if it doesn't show clearly, I might have to pull it up on my phone and do it that way. So let's just see. Catawampus Cat. See if I can get it to be more. Why are you misbehaving? Are you just not liking how far away I have you? Oh, that's better. Okay, that's a little more in tune. So we just go back a little bit. And you're crooked though. We'll try that. The Catawampus Cat. Yeah. You guys might like that. So it starts with all of this kind of thing. It's a fun book. I love the way the illustrations are done, like with like graphite and pencil drawings, and then painted in between, all this kind of stuff. It's just got a nice, cool flow to it, and the dotted line around. Crown Books for Young Readers. Let's see. He says. I was just looking to see if it says what kind of illustrations, what was used for the illustrations, but it doesn't. Okay, here we go. Catawampus Cat. Let's check on before I start. So my time zone. It's better in person. I will remat it. I'm sorry, but who is Anthony? I'm trying to learn the tribe. Anthony is grayscale painting. He does live painting every day, and it's just phenomenal. He just has this great conversational aspect to him, and he just talks as he paints, and it's just really fun to sit and watch, and it's pretty relaxing. Yeah, it's very relaxing, actually, to the point where sometimes I don't get anything done if I'm watching him. So, but that's okay. Getting stuff done can be overrated. The Catawampus Cat arrived early on a Tuesday morning, slightly askew. At first, no one noticed. The town was busy town, and the people were busy people. Pull this up on my phone so I can see if it'll show better. I don't know if it will. Pause for just a sec, you guys. I'm going to see if the Catawampus Cat comes up. Open and Levy. And let's see. Let me see if I can do a... Whoops, wrong thing. That's not what I wanted it to do. I wanted it to do... Nope, it won't do it. Never mind. Disconnect. Never mind that. Okay. I'll go back to where I was. Sorry. That was an experiment. I was trying to get a little better view for you. A little better focus. What if I do that? Does that? Nope, that doesn't do it any better. Oh, interesting. Hang on just a moment. What about that? That's a little better. Not much, but a little better. Okay, so he arrived askew, and he was slightly askew. At first, no one noticed. The town was a busy town, and the people were busy people. Tick, tick, tick went the town. Talk, talk, talk went the people. This is how it was every day, even Tuesday. He shows over here that he has a Skyline Deluxe 2-door sedan. Tell us what kind it was. Shh, I'm going to try focusing again there. The first to see him was Mr. Grouse, the grocer, who tried to straighten him. To no avail. What's with that cat? Asked his wife Lydia, who hadn't said a kind word to him in almost 20 years. You're asking me, he said. He must be hurt or curious or noticing something. So they both tilted their heads and noticed something. That's where my wedding ring has been, cried Lydia. I haven't seen it in 20 years. You know, said Mr. Grouse, sweetly, from this angle you look exactly like you did the first day we met. And they kissed, and on walked the Catawampus cat, still askew, where he was spotted by the bored town barber, Bob Long, who was giving a woman a long bob. As he stared at the Catawampus cat, he tilted his head and snip, clipped at an angle. I love it, shouted the woman, and on walked the Catawampus cat, askew as ever. And past a house painter, who was busy painting the mayor's house. What a dull, uncreative job, sighed the painter as he watched the cat walk by. It wasn't until he looked up at his work that he realized he'd been tilting his head. Brilliant, exclaimed Mayor, a work of art. When Captain Whizbang, the town daredevil, saw the Catawampus cat, he missed his jump over Dead Man's Gorge, but landed instead in a geyser and set a new record for height. Hooray! Splendid! When the town librarian, Miss Reed, saw the Catawampus cat, she pulled the wrong book off the shelf. Weird cats. And then quit her job and set out for adventure. I wonder what wrong book I pulled. Even Bushy Brows Billiam, who always sat in the back of the classroom and never noticed anything, like what time it was or when class was over, noticed the Catawampus cat and discovered that he could see better than anyone if he just looked at the right angle. And Bushy Brows Billiam set off a chain reaction. Soon people began to talk, and then to tilt, first their heads, and then themselves, just like the cat. They rebuilt all the houses so they were leaning, and made all the cat's cars off kilter. I'm going to try something one more time. Let me try something else. One more time. Get this, try to get it better. Nope, that didn't help. Oh well. They spotted prized possessions they thought they'd never see again and rediscovered old friends they thought they'd never know again. Everyone was happy and slanty and catawampus. Maybe that's why the book's all catawampus and out of kilter. I'm going to go with that. Talk, tick, tickety went the people. Tick, tockety talk went the town. Mayor decided to name the first Tuesday of the new year Catawampus Cat Day in honor of the remarkable cat. They all gathered in the lopsided town square and threw confetti at an angle from their uneven stage. Oompapa, blared the off-key band, and the Catawampus cat walked onto the stage and stared out to the town, now completely catawampus. Well, what do you think of it? Asked Mayor excitedly. We're all different now, just like you. Everyone held their breath as they waited for the cat's reaction, and slowly, thoughtfully, the Catawampus cat blinked twice, and stretched. And straightened himself out. And walked back out of town once again, uniquely catawampus. And that's the catawampus cat. That's funny. Okay, what's everybody saying? Yes. The moon and not a weather balloon. What a fun book. Captain Whizbang. Okay, now this book, please, come on, behave. I do not want it. This one was the other one I was going to read, and I think I will because it's short, and we got a little bit of time. I'm not, yes, just not quite at an hour, which is usually about the time I go, and that's going to be there. This is going to be there. That's pulled all the way back. And we'll see how Frederico and the Wolf goes. This is by Rebecca J. Gomez and illustrated by Alizia Shavari. Yeah, it's obviously a shift on Little Red Riding Hood, the Hispanic version. It's great. Federico and the Wolf. Once upon a modern time, a boy named Federico left to buy ingredients to make the perfect pico. Cuidado, called his mama as he pedaled toward the shops. Mind abuelo's grocery list and don't make other stops. Past the buildings, cars, and cabs, young Federico scurried until he reached the marketplace where people browsed and unhurried. He filled the basket on his bike with romas, herbs, and limes, jalapenos, onions, and a peck of Anaheims. He added garlic, pickles, bread, and other market goods, then pedaled through the city park and deep into the woods. I love the colors in this. These I saw all over Oaxaca. They were everywhere. A fallen branch had blocked the path, so Rico stopped his ride. With steady force, he pushed and budged the barrier aside. Hola, called un lobo, catching Rico unaware. I see you've packed a hefty lunch. You got some grub to spare? Sorry, Lobo, Rico said. I must be on my way. I have to be at Grandpa's shop by 12 o'clock today. Federico grabbed his bike and left the wolf behind. Little did he know the wolf had other plans in mind. La tienda was deserted. Rico listened. Not a sound. The sign said closed. And what were those? Some paw prints on the ground? Federico peeked inside, alarmed by what he saw. A figure waved him over with a large and furry paw. Closed. Abuelo? Whispered Federico, pulling off his hood. Yes, it's me, but I can't see. Come closer, if you would. I think you need a shave. Your beard has grown so thick. You think so? Said El Lobo. Steady grooming does the trick. Your arms have gotten grande. My new workouts made me strong. New dentures, too? They help me chew because they're sharp and long. By now the wolf was drooling. All this chatter's getting old. I'm hungry, bub. I need some grub before I pass out cold. Okay, said Rico. Let me see. I brought your favorite treats. whole grain bread, a cabbage head, a jar of pickled beets. El Lobo's nose began to twitch. Mi niño, here's the deal. Set those yucky things aside, and I'll make you my meal. He bounded from La Silla with a grunting, growling shout. Just a sec. Come on. Dang it. Sorry about that. I was trying to hit the mute button and it wouldn't. He was from La Silla with a grunting, growling shout. But Rico tossed some chili powder straight into his snout. The wolf inhaled, he sniffed, he snuffed. He itched, he twitched, he wheezed. He tried to wipe his drippy nose, but sneezed. Federico ducked and dashed, then rummaged through his sack. Not so fast, you tasty tyke. I haven't had my snack. But Rico quickly plotted. When the wolf's mouth opened wide, he grabbed un habanero and jammed it deep inside. El Lobo gulped. He gagged and coughed. His ojos blazed bright red. Steam was puffing out his ears. I need to dunk my head. He hurtled through La Puerta with a shrieking, gasping scream and dashed as fast as he could go toward the distant stream. Ayuda! Cried Abuelo from inside a bolted box. Rico found him safe and snug in just his shorts and socks. Gracias, he scrambled out with shouts of pride and joy. I thought that wolf would do us in, but you prevailed, my boy. They cleaned the mess, and Gramps got dressed, then shared a bit of lunch. How about we make a sauce that packs a special punch? They chopped and diced, used lots of spice, and simmered sauce all night, then bottled their concoction, Wolf's Bane Salsa, extra bite. And there it has the recipe for the perfect pico. Half small onion, 1 small jalapeno, 4 Roma tomatoes, 1 garlic clove minced, pinch of salt, teaspoon of lime or lemon juice, 2 tablespoons chopped fresh cilantro. Oh, yum. Sounds good. Speaking of yum, let's see here. First off, Elisa Chavari is a Peruvian-born, Michigan-grown artist who illustrated such books as Rainbow Weaver, which I want to read, and maybe Mother Goose and Fairly Fairy Tales. And then Rebecca Gomez enjoys writing stories as much as she enjoys reading them. When she isn't reading or writing, her favorite things to do are baking, crafting, creating art, and hiking through the woods. She lives in Nebraska. And that is Federico Wolf. So, folks, speaking of yum, as I was saying, Bob's making dinner. And I'm going to go watch the rest of the Grammy and go see my friend Val sing backup for John Legend. Oh my gosh. I don't know who else she's singing backup for, but I know she had practice going on all time. That just blows me away. Just blows me away. Anyway, let's go back to this. All of it, yes, Mexican food, all of it. My pico de gallo, yes. Mole, yes. All of that good stuff. Clove, not for me. Grandpa is here. Yo. That's my timer, yes. Like ready to pop. Eye pressure is a killer. So, you guys, that's story time for tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. Show and tell was amazing. You guys just rocked it again with all the things that you do. You got me inspired now. I got some more ideas. Thank you for all the compliments too on the little short video I posted about the black and whites. That's kind of that start to a whole kind of project I have going on I think I'm going to do. I'm starting to work on that. So, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of outside the Africa and Oaxaca kind of things, but it's going to be all in black and white and infrared, I think. I'm not sure whether I'm going to blend black and white and infrared or just do all. I think I'm going to blend. Yeah. So not everybody is as big a fan of black and white as I am. And so anyway. But you guys, it has been a delight, as always, to be here with you guys and to have you share your work. I'm just looking on the bringing over my comments so I can see, and all the things that you send in and send to us. Larry, thanks for bringing in Anthony's and letting me know. Everybody else, send things in. Kelly, Madonna, I would love to see some of your stuff. Lupe, I need to see some of your, your stuff is amazing. Take a picture, send it in. But Kelly, yes, all you guys, it's just keep at it. I'm got a whole basket now I have over there of just those little sketches and drawings, and I just do stuff and I date it and I dump it in there now, where I had the sketchbooks too, and now I'm doing them. I did a graphite thing, and it's fun. And when I can't think of what to do, I go look at one of you guys' channels, or I go back and look at some of the things that you've sent, and it's so inspirational. So thanks for making my day. Thanks for being here with me and listening to Story and Art, and for putting up with my little technical oh wells. And I might switch these cameras back around. Not just one of those things, but I will be here on Thursday, but I'll be broadcasting from Phoenix and or from Mesa, which will be fun. Down to go visit Layla and Lachlan, take care of them for a few days while their mom and dad go enjoy a birthday party with one of Annalina's longtime friends. I think, oh my gosh, can't believe Scott's going to be 40. Whew. I remember him. Yeah, it's funny. All right, you guys. Again, I'll stop babbling. I'll let you go on for your evening. Thank you so much for being here with me for this time, and for joining us, and for sharing your art and sharing your talent and sharing your love for each other and filling each other's buckets. And, just do that. Go out and fill somebody's bucket. Do something, and it'll make you feel wonderful. You fill mine every time I see you, and it holds me over until the next time I see you. And if not, I just go watch one of your things, one of your lives. And until next time, keep looking for the beauty hidden in plain sight. It is all around you. But the first place you'll find it is simply go look in the mirror. You're going to see beauty looking right back at you. We all see it. We're not even seeing your faces. We just even see it in your words. So take care, everybody, and I'll see you Thursday. Have a great week. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. And be creative and happy, and keep Gail and her mom wrapped in your good vibes. It's helping her a lot. All right. Oh, I know. Oh, one other thing. Sarah is done with radiation. My sister is done with radiation. Now it's just 3 to 5 years of crazy medication. The doctor finally said he'd tortured her enough. She's in a great deal of pain right now from the blisters and burning that the radiation caused and everything. But at least she's not having to go in every day and do it again. So she's done. She's healing up. They're going to go on vacation at the end of the month. Thank you for all your good wishes. Yay. Yeah, exactly. All right, you guys. See you Thursday. Take care. Let's dance this out.
In the heat of the night, we could get lost in all the lights and sounds. Feeling alright, we won't go home, we will just stay here downtown. There's not just stars on the boulevard, they're in the light. need you by my side. We could be shameless, famous, running.
Hey, Angie. Loved your snail. Thanks, Tamara. Funny, Larry.
We could